Any tips?
Have a positive attitude. It's like...
That never works.
Yeah, it doesn't. You're right. Have a terrible attitude and hope it turns out all right.
Complain a lot.
Complain as much as you can.
That's part of my process, though. That's the thing.
What's the secret ingredient? Oh, just generally
Whining.
complaining.
Yeah.
Whining. Yeah.
Yeah. It makes me feel better. Oh, God. Sorry. I just apologize to the mixer. Hey, everyone. I'm Claire. We're in the BA Test Kitchen, and today I'm making gourmet Milky Ways. Milky Ways? Milky Way. The, like, plural of a lot of candy is confusing. I know Milky Way has that, like, really fluffy nougat. It's been a while since I've had one. But sometimes when you walk into, like, a doctor's office and they have, like, the little minis, I wouldn't turn one down. But I know it's nougat and caramel and chocolate. This says, rich chocolate, chewy caramel, smooth nougat. I think after having done Snickers and Twix, with those under my belt, I don't think this seems that hard. I think the hardest part will be the texture of the nougat and getting something so fluffy. But in terms of construction, I think I'll be okay. I love the branding, I have to say. Excellent branding. Love the logo, the font. Why do you think they call it Milky Way? I love a good candy bar. It's so pleasing in like the shape and dimensions. So it's got the little stripes on top, the textured base from the conveyor belt. The caramel pull is impressive, but I also remember feeling like I kind of nailed the caramel on Snickers, so I'm just going to do the same thing I did for that. I'll probably spend 90% of this episode working on that nougat. It is unnaturally fluffy. Where did you rank Milky Way on the Halloween candy hierarchy? I feel like it's in the middle.
It's like the most middle.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you would never be upset with it, but you kind of wished it was something else.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Tastes like I remember it tasting.
Yeah? All right, I'm going to try. I haven't tried it yet.
Thoughts, comments, concerns?
My first comment is my comment about every single candy that I loved as a kid, which is it's like tooth-achingly sweet.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's delicious.
It's very good. Look at the texture of the nougat,
I know,
though. It's
I know.
What is that?
I think it's going to be virtually impossible.
Yeah.
I did nougat for Snickers, but that kind of was like of all the components, the part that turned out the least good, the most
forgot
messed
you
up.
made Snickers already.
Oh, I didn't forget. Molly, you want a taste or no? Yeah. No. Yes? How do you feel about Milky Way?
Just like everything's just like mushy. Once you crack that like chocolate shell, it's just like it's all just like a mess in there.
But altogether, don't you think it creates something that's sort of pleasing?
No.
No. Okay. Chris,
I think
not a fan.
This in particular, I feel like it's imperative that the chocolate shell
Yeah. Be tempered.
snap,
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what's holding it all together.
Yeah, well, I just want to say that I think I'm at the point in Gourmet Makes where I don't even care about tempering chocolate anymore. I'll do it, or I won't do it. But it's like, either way, it's fine with me.
Milky Way is one of my favorite candies.
It's one of your favorites?
Chris and I not always see eye to eye. Very few things. Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah, that's impressive.
This is what you need to get
Yeah.
from having one. Oh, girl. What's not to like? What's wrong with Chris? I know this is the perfect candy. Why do they call it nougat?
So fluffy. I don't know, understand
nougat
that.
is kind of like,
Chewy.
yeah, and you have to
Like candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't really know. Okay, I'm going to take a closer look and kind of take them apart, although there's not a whole lot going on here. But I'll just do some quick measurements. So of the full-size Milky Way, the length is about 9.5 centimeters. The height is about 2 centimeters. And the width is about 3. And then for the mini, it's definitely not as tall. It's really 1 inch by like 7/8. And the height is about a 1/2 inch. I realized that I just went from centimeters to inches, but that's just because it was more round numbers than inches. I'll trade you Milky Way for that cauliflower. Wow, it is a very pleasing cross-section. It's actually pretty impressive from like an engineering standpoint. In the interior, it's like, I would say 3/5 nougat, 2/5 caramel. And the nougat, you start to really see the fluffiness of the texture. It's just so airy. It's like silly putty, this nougat. The caramel is also like impressively adhered to the nougat. So here's the nougat layer. It doesn't have a stretch at all. It just breaks apart. It really does not have a lot of flavor on its own. Similar to Snickers, one of the ways to improve this is to give the caramel a lot more flavor. Here's what I think will happen. I will make something that resembles a Milky Way, but is more maybe feels like its own thing, rather than a faithful replication of the original, which is maybe okay. You know, not every gourmet makes is the same in that way. So that's my guess. All right. I don't know. Time for my favorite part, reading the ingredients. Milk chocolate, parentheses, sugar, cocoa butter, skim milk, chocolate, lactose, milk fat, soy lecithin, artificial flavor, close parentheses, corn syrup, sugar, vegetable oil, parentheses, hydrogenated palm kernel oil and or palm oil, close parentheses, skim milk, less than 2%, milk fat, cocoa powder, processed with alkali, barley malt extract, lactose, salt, egg white, chocolate, artificial flavor. Not that bad. So cocoa powder, which to me says that might indicate that it's in the nougat, and then barley malt extract. I want to look that up because I'm not sure what that does. I'd really like to see some videos about this nougat part. Hi, Brad.
Hola.
All right. I always read the Wikipedia. There are two variants. The Global Milky Way bar, which, oh my God, which is sold as Three Musketeers in the U.S. And the U.S. version, which is sold as the Mars bar elsewhere. I had no idea that that was the case. So this is interesting. The name and taste derived from a then popular malted milk drink of the day, not after the astronomical galaxy. Fascinating. I'm happy to hear that it's malted because I love malted milk powder and I'm excited to use that.
Camera one, just a little bit right. 6 inches less. Keep going. Stop. Perfect. And back to where you were.
Oh, Brad, you're directing?
Claire, a little more smiles at the eyes, please. Thank you.
Brad, you're not helping.
Back to work.
Camera one. Oh my God, they have it. Thank God.
But
Very
you
blurry.
might not know this galactic chocolate bar sprang from a popular drink found right here on Earth.
This is where we create our fluffy nougat.
First up, malt flavoring mixes with egg whites and corn syrup. Check this out.
You making Milky Ways?
Yeah, Brad, where you been?
When the hell did you start?
About 2 hours ago.
Once everything's in, the Mega Mixer whips the nougat into shape.
It's a mega mixer. We don't have that.
And that's what fluffs up the nougat. Sounds like Claire.
Meanwhile,
Had-
caramel takes a spin.
Brad,
Fluffs up the nougat.
Meanwhile, hot caramel
oh
takes
my
a
God.
We have a machine and that's what fluffs up the nougat.
spin. Meanwhile, hot
Okay,
caramel
sorry.
takes
All right.
What we got?
Well, I guess I learned that the nougat should be firm enough that it can be formed in a slab and then cut, and same with the caramel. Okay, so for the homemade version, I think I'm going to start with the nougat, and then once I do the nougat, the only other steps are the caramel, which I think I have a pretty good grip on, and tempering the chocolate and putting them together. So it's kind of a three-part challenge. I want to look back at my nougat technique from Snickers, and to that I will add cocoa powder and malted milk powder, which we're in the middle of sourcing. I hope I have that written down somewhere. I have that recipe written down somewhere? So I'm looking for Snickers. I wouldn't call them recipes, but I have the descriptions of how I make everything. Most of them in this one Google Doc. But don't ask for me to send them out to you because I can't legally. I don't know if it's a good idea to actually use this nougat recipe because I forgot that it was peanut nougat and it had honey in it. So did I really do this? I had such weird quantities. The nougat wasn't really very good in the Snickers. All right, well, let me at least gather my ingredients while I think about this. Dan, can you hand me the butter that's in that fridge down there? Ah, no, Dan. I was not looking up in time. Don't try to make me have fun. Okay. Oh, and eggs, but please don't throw those. No, Dan! Dan, stop throwing. My reflexes are dulled. Very tired. I just changed a lot about it, but I am using the Snickers nougat as a base. So I'm doing a corn syrup sugar mixture in the saucepan. My egg whites will go in here, and then I whip in butter at the end. I guess I should do a little cocoa powder as well. According to this recipe, I want to cook this sugar mixture to 280 Fahrenheit. So this is almost at 280. I'm about 5 degrees shy. So while this is continuing to rise, I want to come over here back to the mixer and turn this on and throw a pinch of salt in it. So I'm going to take this over to the mixer. And now I'm going to stream it down the side of the bowl. Oh God, I think it's a little hot. So I want to let this whip until it's room temperature, at which point I will add my butter and cocoa powder. And while this is beating, let me just microwave the butter briefly so it's not so cold. Otherwise it won't incorporate into the nougat. Maybe I need some kombucha. Does Brad have any? Brad, you got any kombucha?
Kombucha? No, I don't make kombucha anymore.
I'm sorry, what?
Just your mate. You want a little nip?
I love that. Thank you. I need that. Ooh, this is lovely. Okay, I'm gonna add the butter now.
Oh my god, I love nougat.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my god, like a Three Musketeer in the freezer. Oh.
I'm making Milky Way. You know,
I know, it's the same but with caramel.
No, I know. Why didn't you get this excited before?
I don't know if I had the opportunity to.
Oh, well, welcome. Do you want to try one?
No.
Okay, how do you rank Halloween candy?
I really like candies that can go in the freezer. Butterfinger does great in the freezer. Three Musketeers.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup?
Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, massive.
We're on the same page about candy.
My sister is older, so either she would
beat you up and take your candy?
Beat me up, never.
I want you to keep telling the story, but I should just point out that this is not working. This
No,
is
what do
not.
you mean?
It's a failed batch.
Failed batch.
Anyway, I'm just gonna keep with it.
Listen to this. This is messed up. I was like coming out of the shower, and like she was waiting on the outside of the door, and I had like a towel around me, right? And I opened up the door, and there's my sister with a bottle of baby powder, and she put poof, and it went right into my eyeballs, and I had like caked powder in my eyes, like I couldn't see, and it was just powder, and I was screaming and crying. My parents got so pissed at her. I thought I was gonna go blind. I couldn't see anything. Pain in the ass. I rinsed that out for like 40 minutes.
Wow.
This has literally happened before. It's
Brad saying
I
this?
told this story before.
you two were in this position.
As you went in my face, and it went right in my eyeballs, and my insides of my eyes were caked with baby powder. Deja vu.
Let me just spread the nougat onto this parchment paper, but I think that it's basically never going to set. I don't know. I did something wrong. The proportions are off, or the temperature is off.
How?
Well, hold on. Will you do side by side? Look at the color.
Color's not bad.
The color is kind of the same.
Color's close enough, but the trick is going to be the texture.
I know. That's going to be the hard part. Ooh.
Like it's almost like.
It tastes really good.
Does it? Mm-hmm. A little marshmallowy.
Yeah, but that's what it is.
Little Lucky Charmy.
Okay, I don't know what you want from me.
Milky
I think it's pretty good.
All right, so what's the game plan, Claire?
Just gonna make it again. That's it. So I'm gonna make the nougat again, and I'm gonna do what Brad and I discussed. So cook the sugar hotter, less butter. Oh yeah, more chocolate.
Yeah.
All right, this looks better than before, I think. Less soupy. Does this look thicker than before? It does, right? Wow, it tastes good. It does kind of taste like the inside of a Milky Way. The main question is if it sets. I'll check it in 5 minutes or so. This nougat is more set than the last version, so it's headed in the right direction, but it's still really soft and still a little bit sticky. So I think I'll just keep making those changes. Maybe a little bit more sugar, maybe cooked a little bit hotter, and see where that gets me. And now we also have some malted milk powder, so I want to add that flavor in just to see how that balances with everything else. Ooh, I think I poured it in too fast and there's like a hunk of sugar in there. Take a look at what's happening. Just like a huge hunk of hot sugar. I hate when that happens, and it's like the whole batch is like wasted. Now I'm adding the cocoa and malted powder. I mean, a huge amount of sugar didn't make its way into this mixture, so it's not really gonna set. I think the texture looks similar to the second batch. But there was a lot of sugar that didn't get worked in, so maybe it was going to be perfect, but then I screwed it up. I'm just going to try one more version. More sugar, more corn syrup, and that's it. I'm going to add it a little bit at a time. This mixer is dying for our eyes. Is that not, that's not going faster? Wow, this is a very thick nougat Uh-oh. All right, there it goes, there it goes. All right, I think we're done. I don't think that this mixer can take a lot more of this. I would say that this is a much stiffer nougat, so that's good. That's what I was going for. Yeah, this is, I mean, it's much firmer. I'll say it, but it tastes good. Kind of crazy looking. One thing about the nougat in the Milky Way is that it doesn't really do, well, I guess this isn't really doing it either. It doesn't have much of a stretch like this. It just kind of pulls apart. So this stuff is so sticky. I'm going to cover the top of this with a greased piece of parchment so I can press down and try to get it into an even layer before it fully sets. We'll come back tomorrow. I think we should. So I want to check how that's set overnight. I feel like I think I got this. I think I'm going to make it today. I want to cut off a piece and taste it. Ooh, it was very airy. It has a really nice texture. You guys, I think I did it. I think this is it. But you guys, it's really good and light. I want you to try it.
Passing the fact that I hate the color, it's really yummy.
Isn't it good? It's so light and airy.
It's like the best nougat ever.
Oh my God. Chris and Gabby wouldn't lie. But I think I will try one more version where I add a little bit more cocoa, a little bit more malted milk powder. I think I want to make it the way that they make it in the Milky Way factory, which is put together the nougat and the caramel in a slab and cut it into bars and then coat it in chocolate. I really would like to get it into a single slab filling the whole area of the quarter sheet just to make it easy to form. Then my idea is to make the caramel and pour the caramel, same thing, evenly over the slab, chill it, cut it, enrobe it, go home.
Let's go, Claire.
Good, how are you?
How's spirits?
Better.
Oh, good. A little nice, good sleep?
No.
Oh.
I'm exhausted. I just spent the last 15 to 20 minutes lining this quarter sheet tray very carefully with parchment paper. And I also brought in the big gun mixer because the other mixer was struggling a little bit yesterday.
What did you learn about the nougat?
That they have a mega mixer that has something 800 pins or something that whips it. I'm not feeling too confident about that step. And I'm doing a slightly larger volume of nougat. I'm actually going to double the cocoa. And I'm also going to double the amount of malted milk powder. Oh my God, you guys, this is really bad. This is a disaster. It's not going to work. Excuse me. Oh, you guys, that sugar blob thing happened. Damn it. I got distracted and I wasn't paying attention to the sugar and it spiked and then I panicked and then I poured it in too fast and then this happened. So I just need to do the sugar solution and the egg whites again. I know what you're thinking and I don't appreciate it. It's not a curse. And I'll very, very slowly pour. The whisk is a lot closer to the bowl, so I have to pour really, really carefully. Ow, it is literally flinging hot sugar at me. And my arms are getting tired. Plus I'm gripping this pot really in a weird way and very tightly. I hear it struggling a little bit. I don't think it's slowing down though. Oh no. It doesn't seem like it's incorporating. Dan, this is gonna be one of those times where I'm gonna get really mad if I screw it up and then you ask me to explain how I screwed it up. Might not be good, but it might be fine. I just think that it seems like a much lower volume than I had yesterday, even though I increased the volume of the ingredients, which is strange. The dimensions of this mixer are really not well suited for nougat. This is wrong. It seems wrong. I don't know what's happening. There's no way that this is the same amount of volume. That's more than this. This is definitely less. This is not right. I can't tell if it's right or wrong. All right, I think the thickness looks good. I just tasted a little bit. The flavor is good. If this sets into a texture that is similar to this, I can work with this. I feel good about it. It just didn't quite do that thing that I wanted it to do where I can just fill the entire pan. I'm going to make the caramel now, and I'm using the exact same caramel from the Snickers episode because I remember really liking the way that caramel did that stretch. And I'm just going to follow the recipe as I wrote it. Oh, I need a door. You ever do that thing where you put in the door? I'll show you. My grandma taught me this trick. Wait, I did it wrong. Wait, I did it wrong. This is a bad door. See, now it's going to work. I don't know. Hold on. Isn't it the other way? Oh, yeah. That's embarrassing.
Just
go.
All right. Okay. All right, so I'm splitting a vanilla bean. Truly the fattest, juiciest vanilla bean I've ever used. So I'm gonna let this cool, and I'll come back and check it in a little while. I also wanna check how the latest version of nougat is setting, and then I'll combine them. It's all separated.
You're right.
It's like the butter, the dairy fat has separated, and the emulsion is broke. I think the pot was the wrong shape. I blame the pot.
I was just kind of lurking because I was excited to see your nougat.
Do you want to try it?
Heck yeah.
It's pretty soft.
A little too soft.
No, don't say that.
You see that?
Yeah.
The poles?
Brad,
It's gone.
why'd you
frog
come over
frog.
here? I could have just pretended like it was fine.
I'm sorry. I'll stop coming around. I get it.
No, it's okay.
Flavor's beautiful.
Is it good?
Color is great.
But I knew it wasn't right, because look at this one, and then look
Well,
at that
what's
one.
this? Let's try that.
This is the earlier version. Is that better?
A lot less pole.
The nougat didn't work
This
because
is
of the
a lot
mixer.
better.
I know. That was supposed to be this, but with more cocoa.
Yeah.
And it didn't really
That would
work.
be nice.
Do you have any more of that yerba mate? You do. You're
I have
just trying
one.
to decide if you're going to give it to me.
I will share it.
I
I'm
made this one after I had the yerba mate.
You see?
I think it helped.
Of course it did. It's like a superfood.
Yeah.
I'll go get the tea.
Okay. Thanks, Brad. This episode feels particularly cursed. My only idea for how to save this caramel is to rewarm it gently, which is why I have it on a double boiler, and to whisk a little water in to try to emulsify back in all the butter. So I just have to let this sit here for a few minutes. Oh, Brad.
Ice. I think this is the mint one. So I remember I was telling you
this
about.
is so lovely. Thank you.
Right? Isn't it lovely? So I'm waiting to go to the airport. I'm going to Texas.
That'll be fun.
Look at that. Perfect amount for two.
It's a generous pour.
Here, cheers.
Cheers.
Cling. Look the camera in the eyes. So where are we at?
This is delightful. I'm trying to whisk some water into this caramel to bring it back. Do you think it's going to work?
No.
Why not?
I don't know.
Chris, do you think it's going to work? Okay. You're both helping. So I'm trying to reheat it.
Foobar.
No, it's not. Foobar. Foobar is from...
World War II.
What movie? Oh, yeah, Saving Private Ryan. Thank you, Chris. How do I ask Brad to leave? Believe the mate.
You tell him his flight's been changed to 4:15.
Can you twirl pens in your fingers? You ever see Priya?
No.
Do
I
it?
mean, I have not do that.
Ever seen her in your life?
Yeah.
She can do it very well.
I can't do it.
I can't do it at all. I can't do anything.
Well, I feel like it looks like it's getting better. So like the agitation is bringing the caramel back. Like it looks smoother. I really want to kind of show Brad. It looks great.
It does look great.
It looks great.
Roll with it. Let's go. Start pouring
Yeah.
that.
Optimism only, okay?
Yeah, I'm optimistic as hell.
All right, but I still have to make the nougat again. All right, I'm going to put this in a quart container.
Claire, good luck.
Thanks, Brad.
Okay?
Have fun.
Thank you.
So I'm just going to store the caramel in this container, and then I can reheat it and pour it on the nougat when I'm ready. I'm going to cover it. I do kind of want to try melting the nougat and re-whipping it and see if that works. So I am taking this whole mixture, and I want to basically do to this what I did to the caramel, which is warm it in the double boiler and then whip it again. This does not sound good. This is struggling quite a bit. This is what we got here. I really don't want to make it again. I'm just going to use this. Rhoda, I have a question. This is the nougat I made yesterday. I think it's really good. Everyone thinks it's great. And then I tried to make another version where I made it even better, but then it turned out disastrous.
Why can't you use this?
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you like it and everyone loves it, then why can't you just use it?
Right? Is that cheating? I was just measuring these dimensions If I fill this and I cut it into lengthwise into thirds and then crosswise in half, I get 6 bars that are exactly the dimensions of the Milky Way. I fit the nougat into the pan, and now I'm gonna add some of my caramel. Oh God, like I think that, like, oh God, that was, this is,
So
oh, that was 3 times too much. The caramel layer is maybe a millimeter or 2 thick, but I can live with that. Let me get this in the fridge so it can set. Today's been a really weird day. I made basically no progress. It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step backward all day, it seems like. Here's the chilled loaf pan, thank you. All right, so the caramel has had a chance to set. It just needs to be sliceable so that I can cut these into the bar shapes. All right, so I'm gonna cut in half. It's working better than I thought, so I'm sort of feeling like maybe there's some good energy returning. Like, that's a nice looking cross section. Different colors, but oh well. You know what, I don't think I wanna cut anymore. I think I've portioned them out nicely and I wanna chill them again, and then I can go in when they're colder and reform. So back into the fridge. I never felt like any particular day was cursed until today, but not much went right today. Oh, well, a little bit. I saved the caramel, and combining the two into a single layer in a loaf pan worked pretty well. But I don't know. Today, it's been a while since I had one of these days where I just spun my wheels a lot. So I had a realization over the weekend, which is that in like a moment of horror, that I forgot to put plastic. Unless someone put plastic over it, no one covered it. Look at what happened. I knew this was going to happen. Ew, it's like all sticky. My greatest fear has come true. So annoying. After, no, I can't even say it. It's very clear what happened, which is that they're ruined. I'm just going to sit here. I don't want to make this again. These sat for 2 whole days over the weekend. The sugar pulled all the moisture from the fridge because it wasn't covered. It ran and softened, and now it's unusable, and I have to start over. Unless there might be some caramel left in there. That's probably enough. Who labeled this? You spelled caramel wrong. But I have to make more nougat, and I have to temper the chocolate. So annoying. The mixer is on its last legs, maybe only at half speed, which means I'm not working as much air into the nougat. All right. Oh, mother. It's just really set. All right, so here's my nougat. It does seem very fluffy. I think that tearing is nice. It doesn't sort of do that stretch. It definitely tastes more cocoa-y, which I'm happy about. I do think that this version seems like the best version yet. And while this is setting, I'm going to set up my chocolate tempering using the sous vide method. Tempered chocolate is chocolate that's been heated and cooled to certain temperatures so that the molecules form a crystal structure, and it gives it sort of snap and shine when it's room temperature. With the sous vide method, where I submerge the chocolate in vacuum sealed bags, it's actually pretty easy, and it kind of does it for me. So at this point in the history of gourmet makes, I'm not too bothered by tempering chocolate anymore. Here's my nougat. It does seem firmer than the third version, the version I like best. It eats pretty light, but it's a little chewier than before, a little firmer than before. It's definitely cocoa-y. Putting together that same setup that I did on Friday with the nougat and the caramel on top. And I'm hoping that I have enough caramel to fill both loaf pans, because I know that I have enough nougat. And I'm going to put it in the fridge so that it can firm up, and then I can cut them. Whoop, that was close, Dan. So actually, let's leave one in the fridge, and we'll do one at a time. Damn. Don't. Just leave it. Leave it. What I did before was I trimmed all the sides and then I cut into thirds lengthwise and half crosswise. So that's what I'm going to do again. These are going to be enormous Milky Way. All right, here are all my minis. And I'm going to keep these in the fridge while I cut the second, and I'm going to try to make more full-size Milky Way this time. The chocolate should be tempered, theoretically. So my plan is to coat these in 2 steps. The first step is just to coat the bottoms, actually, because I think it's easier to start to enrobe with the bottoms already coated. Then what I'll do is I'll trim off the excess chocolate, put them on a rack, and enrobe. So I'm going to just grab one of the bags of chocolate. I have a lot of concerns about this process, but I've done it a few times, so I at least sort of think I know what the... Oh, no. Oh, just realized something. I didn't seal the piping bag, and so now the chocolate is melted outside of the bag and into the second bag. You know what I should do is I'm just going to pipe it out of here. That's the best idea, just because it is so messy. And I got to work quickly because it is going to start to set up. So it's like resting on its own pool of chocolate, and then it'll set, and I'll trim off the excess. It looks tempered, although who could really say? I'm really irritated about this drooping caramel. All right, here's my plan. I'm using a bench scraper to trim off the excess chocolate, and that's the bottom. It's cold, so you can't really tell, but that's part of my plan.
Oh, just get it cold.
Yeah.
Make it set.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have much of a gloss to it.
Chris,
Just saying.
you just crossed back over to the being the
I
tempered.
don't want to be the guy who comes out in the WWE thing and everybody starts booing. It's like, oh, look, if you say this is tempered chocolate, you know what, Dan? Tempered chocolate.
Yeah.
All right.
This is the best I've ever coated the bottoms of something, though. Look at how good it looks. You know what I want to do? I want to work in the walk-in because I want to take a scissors and trim off the overhanging caramel. It should really be cold as I do it, but I don't want to let it chill. I'm just trimming off all that overhang. It's pretty chilly. It's a cool 41 degrees. Eventually I will start to get uncomfortable. Gabby has her coat that she wears in here because she's smart. You don't have to stand in here. I'll be here. I'll let you know when I'm done. Send help if I'm gone for more than 30 minutes. It's cold. It's cold. It's cold in there. I'm going to enrobe quickly and tap them on the counter so that the chocolate kind of cascades down and around. I'll tell you one thing, I do not have enough chocolate. Should I try to do one more bar with what I have left? Because I don't have a lot. Yeah, I'm completely out of chocolate. But this yield, I feel like, isn't that bad. I think this is the best enrobing I've ever done. Most things I screwed it up a lot of other times. I would say low yield, high quality. I guess let's just chill these until they're set fully, and then we'll taste. This one has spap bloom. It was the last one I did, so who knows what was going on.
You set these in the fridge, though, yeah?
Yeah, but they were set before I put them in the fridge.
Okay.
They were set, and they were shiny, and they just need to warm up a tiny bit.
And then the gloss will come out?
Yeah, exactly.
Then I'll be drinking humble tea or whatever.
Yeah, eating humble pie, whatever.
Yeah.
You know how it works. Overall, like, I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. I think they look really good. And I do think the chocolate is tempered.
Ooh.
Oh my God, how good does it look? Here, I'll try it with you.
Looks delicious.
Doesn't it look good?
Hold
Let me
on.
do the side by side real quick.
I only need a third of that, though.
We'll come back and do that.
Chris is having a third of a half of a mini.
Whenever I give you savory food, oh my God, you like eat like the tiniest little corner.
That's not true at all. Okay, ready? I like to start with the things that I don't like about it.
Oh, really?
I just wish the nougat were softer.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But it's not as hard sticking in your teeth
It's
as
not like hard, sticky, like really
It's
have to
chewy,
work
though.
through it like taffy. It's got a little bit of chew to it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't quite have that like aerated, weird
Right.
foamy kind of spongy quality of
Right.
like the original, but at first like I couldn't really taste the caramel, and then like that lovely kind of toasty note kind of came in, and it was so good. I think this nougat is like, it's like better than nougat. It's super nougat.
Oh, thanks.
I've never had anything quite like that.
Yeah, this kind of makes me like nougat.
I do have questions about the temper on the chocolate, but
Like what kind of questions? Like
Like-
how'd you temper it so well? Like what's your trick?
I feel like there's like a little bit of like flex to it. But
It might be partially tempered,
okay, cool.
but it's
Yeah.
not tempered.
No, it's not tempered.
Sometimes good enough is good enough.
Totally, and you know what? Like this lives in like a different world from the Milky Way. Like it's its own galaxy, and it's like it's a greater galaxy than the Milky Way galaxy.
Right. Is that a thing?
I don't know.
Are galaxies different sizes?
And they must be, right?
I'm getting a yes.
Yes.
Isn't the Milky Way a small galaxy? I'm getting a yes.
Wait, is this yours? Oh my god.
Yeah, it looks pretty good,
It
right?
looks amazing.
No.
It looks 10 times better.
The homemade is a lot bigger.
Wow, I'm ready for this.
Oh, that broke off pretty well. You kind of got like a clean bite. See, that's the hard part is
The
getting
nougat
through the
kind of-
nougat.
yeah, it
the nougat
works,
wants to
look.
stretch along with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chocolate is melting in my hand.
See, they're stretching together. Yeah, it didn't quite temper.
I love it. It's so good.
Thanks.
I will take one of his candy bars
Here,
to go. Look at my fingers.
here, take that.
My God, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, the ends. I love the ends. I love the ends of the bread. I'm the only one who eats the ends of everything. Oh my goodness. It melts in your mouth. Thank you.
Thanks, Gabby.
You just made
Thanks
me
for
happy.
trying. I'm
Thank
glad.
you.
I'm glad. Enjoy. Gabby always appreciates, you know? This one was rough. I guess self-contained, it wasn't that bad, but considering I project onto it all the struggle I had with tempering chocolate and making nougat and construction and enrobing from all the previous gourmet makes. So it's not Milky Way's fault, but I did get upset about it. I do think it turned out really well. And caramel texture is great, definitely got better at enrobing, so I would consider this one progress. Milky Way is a check in the victory column, I would say.
Are you worried about a potential day 2 curse at this point?
I don't know. Should we smudge? Should we smudge? You know, with like the sage? I'll come in with a smudge stick and we'll smudge before the next one. I think that's actually a really good idea. Here's how you make gourmet Milky Ways. To make the nougat, place 2 large egg whites in the bowl of a stand mixer. In a small saucepan, combine 350 grams sugar, 150 grams corn syrup, and 50 grams of water. Cook over medium, stirring to dissolve sugar. Bring to a boil, stop stirring, and cook, swirling the pot and washing down the sides with a pastry brush until the mixture hits 285 Fahrenheit. While the syrup is cooking, beat the egg whites and a pinch of salt with the whisk attachment until soft peaks. When the syrup hits temp, slowly stream into the egg whites. Beat until the nougat is light, airy, and very stiff, then beat in 4 teaspoons malted milk powder, 1 tablespoon unsweetened cocoa powder, 30 grams unsalted butter cut into pieces. Scrape the nougat onto a sheet of greased parchment and allow it to set. For the caramel, combine 1½ cup sugar, a 1/4 cup corn syrup, and a 1/4 cup water in a medium saucepan and stir over medium heat to dissolve. Bring to a boil and cook, swirling pot and washing down sides with a wet pastry brush until the mixture turns a deep amber. Slowly stream in 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons heavy cream, stirring and taking care because the mixture will sputter, followed by 5 tablespoons unsalted butter and scrapings from half a vanilla bean. Stir until the mixture is smooth, then place back over medium heat and clip a candy thermometer to the side. Cook until the mixture reaches 250 degrees Fahrenheit, then pour the caramel into a bowl without scraping the bottom or sides. Roll and cut the cooled nougat so it fits snugly inside a large parchment-lined greased loaf pan to a depth of about 7 millimeters. Pour the still warm caramel over top so it forms a thinner layer on top of the nougat. Chill until set, then remove and slice with a sharp knife into bars. To temper chocolate using the sous vide method, vacuum seal discs of dark chocolate in a plastic bag. Submerge in a water bath with an immersion circulator set to 115 Fahrenheit and let sit until completely melted. Add ice to the bath and drop the temperature of the bath to 84 Fahrenheit. Make sure all the chocolate has reached the lower temperature, then increase the temperature to 90 Fahrenheit, agitating the chocolate by massaging the bag as it heats. Use the tempered chocolate to coat the bottoms of the bars, placing them on a chilled parchment-lined baking sheet. Chill until set, then trim away any excess chocolate. Transfer the bars to a wire rack set over a baking sheet and enrobe with more chocolate. Chill until set.
Yeah, we're in for a real treat now. Let me tell you what. Oh my God. Here, have them.
No. I'm
What are
good.
you talking about?
I like weirdly don't want it.
Andy, you want a little piece of northeast? What? Morocco. What? What's wrong with you people? I get it. I'll go to the airport.